And um, we're recording this meeting so that, we can sort of refer back to it as we need. And my name's Heather McLean. I'm the executive director of ISPAN, and you all are probably familiar with Johanna Arnott, who is also on the call. Uh, Johanna, if you want to raise your hand. And she's the senior administrator for ISPAN, so you probably get emails from her quite a bit. And if at the top of this, before we get started, I'd just like to introduce the ISPAN board members individually, and then maybe they can just share a little something. Christy Elliott is the president of ISPAN, currently on the call. And she just waved to you. Michelle McCullough is and Christy's a surgical nurse. So actually, if there's anybody on this call who's a new member or isn't familiar with ISPAN, I'm just going to quickly give you a background of the makeup of the board. So the board of directors consists of equal parts aesthetic nurses and surgical nurses. That way we can hit, both sides pretty, we try to hit them evenly. We know that there's a little bit of a imbalance right now with the aesthetics kind of taking over a bit, but they're sort of taking over the world as well. So we kind of see that reflection. But anybody who on here who is a recon nurse, fear not. We actually just had an awesome call with the foundation. So there'll be some new learning opportunities for you at the meeting. And don't worry, the aesthetic, you're all taken care of. But we're really, if you know anybody who's in the recon side, please send them our way so they can be a part of this group. So Christy is a recon nurse, and so is Michelle McCullough. And Michelle, and now Nicole Kelly, who's on the call, is
Hi.
our newest elected to office this year. And Nicole has also been a big part of our program committee as well, and they do the scientific program for the meeting. We also have Pam Messina, who's going to Rome. And
Arrivederci.
yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. So, and I think I didn't see anybody else. Oh, and Lisa Griffin's on, and Lisa is the president of the PSNCB, and she handles, whether or not people can take the CANS or CPSN exam, which is not that much fun to look through those packets. So, thank you so much, Lisa, and you guys are great partners with the ISPAN as well. So, we're going to get started. You're welcome to turn your camera on or not. ISPAN, generally, we try to be a little bit informal, as formal as the event dictates, but we do want people to feel really comfortable and to, speak out and ask questions. Feel free to interrupt. I tend to go on and on. So tonight, what we're going to do is just kind of walk through some highlights on the app. And this group, it would be great if, after we did this, if you could sort of sit and think about what we went through and if you have any suggestions for us, particularly, over the next week or two, and hopefully by, the beginning of February, everything is really looking like everything's reflected in the information that you're looking for. So if you feel like we've forgotten anything, let us know. Yeah, that'll be great. So I'm going to start just to make sure everybody has downloaded the app on their phone because we're actually going to follow along with each other there. This is that right now, the app that we're using doesn't translate to your desktop that well. We're hoping that that will change, but for now, if I were to walk you through it on the website, it's a little wonky. So we'll go slow on each thing and please ask some questions, but raise your hand if you, at this point, if you weren't able to get into the app and into the iSpan space, and we can kind of help you with that. So it looks like everybody here gets a 100 on the first day. I can tell you right now, there's not a single plastic surgeon who would have gotten this on the first day. So thank you for being nurses and listening and following instructions. So when you get to the iSpan homepage, when you're just to feel comfortable, it's with the blue at the top, and then below that you'll have all of your options. We've tried to populate all of these options for you really closely to iSpan, but again, if you think there's something that we need to add, just let us know. So at the top is the news feed, and that is what like we'll post notes to you. You can post some notes, that kind of thing for the society. So this is only going to be members on here, so you don't have to worry. We will have disclaimers that, people can't share some of these things, but this is really a big membership tool and one that we will have very specialized talks for the membership that I think people will want to become members. So next is the scientific education portal. This is probably the one that I think people end up using the most of. All of your ISPAN position statements are here. So if you click on the position statement, you'll see each individual one, and you can, open, close, that type of thing. You can also send from here, which I think is really great. If you were in the middle of a conversation with somebody and you wanted to, push that point home, like tanning beds are bad for you, and you could find the position statement on that and send it to somebody. Does anybody have any questions about the app position statements or just position statements in general? Like I said, this meeting, we're happy to answer, anything that comes up that's about the society. All right. Oh, and Rebecca Seuss just joined. She's the president-elect of ISPAN. I'm sure most of you know her. So the next thing is the safety and guidelines tools. So there's an assessment tool called Assist. It's the assessment cosmetic injection safety tool. And this was developed by Haley Wood and George Almacian. And it's free for members. Other people need to pay for access, but this is a really, really great tool for members to use. And again, we're just so happy to have this app because I don't know if all of the members even knew it was out there and, that they have access to this. There's also the cosmetic patient assessment under here. And I think, moving forward, I'm sure we'll add to this. Jerry Obi I'm sure she's really big on safety, and she is on the ISPAN board as the immediate past president. And I know that she'll be adding some guidelines right up there with the talk that she gave at the meeting with Rebecca Seuss. So going back to this education portal, you'll have everybody has access directly to the journal here, and I think this is also going to really help people out where they can just quickly look things up. And if you ever have trouble with your password or anything like that, you just let us know for the journal. And now for virtual education, this is really exciting. We've now posted all of our meeting recordings in the app, so feel free to refer back to those. Members can also add to their CMEs by by watching some of these. They're CME capable. So if you'd missed a past meeting and your all members have access to past talks. The only caveat to that is we don't record the breakout rooms yet. We're just not there in terms of the financial capabilities of recording all of those different rooms. It's really quite an undertaking. But the general session talks are all posted online, and 2024, if it's not there yet, it will be soon. So in the live and upcoming events, we have a few in here now, and then once we get a little bit of feedback on seeing that people like the way this flows, we'll post more into the calendar. Some of the things that we hope to be giving talks on are sort of specialty items that are for aesthetics. Maybe you're a business owner and we plan to have you've probably heard of those master courses that they do, and it's sort of soup to nuts and, establishing your own business. And, the ISPAN community is so lucky to have people like Rebecca Seuss and Jerry Obi and, Julie Bass Kaplan, individuals like that who, if they haven't done it right, they fixed it because I know all of them, and they can now hopefully share. As the former president of ISPAN, George Almacian, she loved to say the pearls of wisdom. So I think if you can't tell, I get pretty jazzed about ISPAN, but I'm really excited about this app because I just feel like we're going to really be able to expand the footprint of education for particularly aesthetics, because we're pretty weary about who's injecting. Next up is so the past webinars, and we've posted just some that we've done in the past that we thought were good, but there's a few that we'll do another update on. There's a certification, the importance of certification webinar, and that one will probably be updating in the next few months with Lisa Griffin and her team because there's some changes that have taken effect. And honestly, we could probably update that quite frequently, huh, Lisa, that there's just just different things that people ask about that sort of thing. I spoke to the executive director of the PSNCB. They're within our office as well, and so we'll be doing a lot of work together to bring education about the cans and CPSN. Did anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Our industry partners, not all companies are able to participate in the app. We're not going to invite, just sort of a random company that hopes to get involved with ISPAN. The app will be reserved for like Allergan and Galderma, MERS, those types of groups that they will pay to be a part of the app, but their webinars will be very clearly shown as industry webinars that they'll be able to put on. And they won't have free reign over the app. They'll only be able to do a few webinars a year, but they will also have a space, which we'll get to, where outside of the virtual education tab, where the industry will have their own section to own tab to give you updates on their products and any changes or any information they think your client, your patients could use. So I think this will really bring us also up, maybe bring in some new industry partners because they'll want to be a part of this. All right. So if we go back out to the main page, that's where we have the industry partners tab, which is next. Right now, Allergan's in there. And you can click, excuse me, to see their different brands and just a connection to their website. We're actually in the process of working to get the information that they want in here, and that list will grow as we do selling for the next meeting, which will tie into the app as well. Does anybody have any questions about the industry partner section, though? I don't want people to think that they'll have free reign in the app or anything. They won't be able to, they'll be able to post to their tab, or we post for them, and then they'll be giving talks. But ISPAN's very clear about, making sure that we're not ISPAN sponsored by as a society. So the membership tab is great because you'll be able to we're switching our database management system at our company, and that should be done in the next month or so. And our membership lists, this will make it easier for you to communicate with each other through the app. We can do push notifications out to you to communicate, which is great. Anybody who's been a member of ISPAN for a long time knows that a lot of hospital systems in particular, but even I think even some of our private businesses have had trouble just with blasts showing up and going through, and it just doesn't seem like the most effective way to communicate with the membership. So push notifications are great, and I think it's better than a text because it just is an alert to the app. So we think we'll be able to really get the word out about things much more quickly, but you're able to communicate as well. ISPAN Fellows is a fellows program that we need to do a better job of communicating about, and will do a better job in 2025. It is a fellow program that if you look at the list, you'll know every single one of the names most likely. So if you're a longtime member of the plastic surgical nursing community and a member of ISPAN, it's worth taking a look at the qualifications for the ISPAN fellow. And like I said, we'll do a better job about that. The ISPAN member benefits are only growing. We're working to get discounts, for various things, and hopefully can there's an insurance company that I was speaking to come and speak about malpractice and all of that. And hopefully we were at the start of the discussion to get discounts for the ISPAN members as well. So that's another item where at the top of the meeting where I said if you had ideas that you wanted to share with us, please, please, if you're craving a member benefit that you think is, reachable by us, please let us know. We will work as hard as we can to get that for you and try to get in touch with the right people. And then the ISPAN membership categories are here, and it just lays out each membership category. And we were really excited about this during a board meeting. We were talking about how many times I'm not even an ISPAN member, but I push it on every nurse that I meet. So how many conversations you have with somebody and you want to pull up, the info on ISPAN, and now you'll actually have it in your phone where you can kind of show them uh, you know, how to become a member and what's great about it. They can also click there's a join ISPAN button too, where you could, they could sign up via your phone if they wanted to. The Plastic Surgical Nurses Foundation, for anybody new, they are the foundation for the nonprofit medical foundation that ISPAN founded. And currently, they give out several scholarships for the meeting and for testing. But tonight we just had a foundation meeting, and it may be the most exciting one we've had in a few years, where there's going to be some really great new scholarship opportunities for continuing education, mission trips. There was others, but I don't want to give it all away. So just some really, really exciting things coming up. And we'll be posting about those in the app as soon as we get all the wording down for them. When you donate at the meeting for the raffles, that type of thing, you automatically become a donor to the Plastic Surgical Nurses Foundation, and added to the, it's a bronze, silver, gold, and platinum are the different levels of giving. And you don't have to give a ton, but it's nice to donate a little bit and help some people with certifications or attending the meeting, that type of thing. This year, I will say an exciting item, because I have to always give a plug for the scholarships that very few people apply for, and we're begging people to take the money. This year there'll be two of the grand prizes I get, or the grand scholarships that we do for the meeting, and that will be all hotel nights and one workshop meeting registration completely covered for a aesthetic nurse and a surgical nurse. So in the past
Amazing.
we haven't
Great.
differentiated, but we think it will be really good to do one of each, since we should be supporting both sides of the membership. So please keep an eye out. Johanna and I will send push notifications when the applications are open. And if you're looking to get your CAN certification or CPSN and you want to do a review course, that's the way to go, or even a test. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited about the app for, trying to get more applications in for all of that. Did anybody have any questions about the foundation?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, yeah. Hi,
What?
Lily. I didn't even get to say hi to you earlier. I remember you from the
Hey.
meeting. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How
Did
are you?
Pam Messina ever track you down?
Yeah, I told her
Okay.
I got her email, but we've all had the flu, so I am
Oh,
like,
okay. Oh, I heard you say that. So sorry, everybody. I just wanted to make sure.
no worries, I'm struggling. We're good. Um, did the video, do you know, because I plan on getting certified this year, hopefully before the next meeting, was the latest study session
It
uploaded?
was the review course.
Yeah.
Yep, Jerry did it, and we recorded it, and I will double check to see if they've posted it or not. But
Okay.
if it is, I'll send it to you, and if not, we'll send you a note and let you
It's
know the
the
date of the.
surgical one, Heather. CPSN, I think.
What's
Yep,
that?
CPSN.
CPSN.
Oh, did I say cans?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I do. I remember that you were CPSN because I have all the CPSN nurses tattooed to my arm.
I love it.
Um, all right, great.
Perfect. Thanks.
And the 50th anniversary meeting is so exciting. You're going to have to live through this too. So, the ISPAN Board of Directors, we held a strategic planning session. Um, and that was at our face-to-face board meeting last spring. And every spring, the board gets together in person about midway before the annual meeting to go, to go over sort of what's coming up. This year, the board decided to do a strategic planning session. It could not have gone better, I don't think. And one of the best parts of it was we did the meeting at the Marriott Harbor Beach, which is where our meeting is going to be held. And it's really great. If you hate turtles that come out of the ocean at night and you have to shut your blinds because they'll come in to the hotel instead of back in the ocean after laying their eggs. If you hate that, then you shouldn't come because when you get up in the morning, there's like a big thing in the sand from the sea turtle, and they're putting little signs around the eggs. Um, Clearly, that was the most important part of the meeting to me, but it's also a very family friendly resort. So if people were thinking of doing a vacation around it, that is perfectly, they've got I think they even had a kids camp there. And we'll be doing a lot of fun stuff to recognize the 50th. So everybody should really plan on coming to that meeting. And if you are worried about the money, we can harken back to what I had just said about the foundation. So it'll be a really great meeting. On that as well, I hope everybody saw that presentation. It's open for abstract submission is open. So you are welcome to submit. If you're nervous about it or aren't really sure how to do it or if you should do it, you should do it. And we have a webinar scheduled in February to go over with everybody, how to submit. Maybe you have some questions, the best way to do it. And then also, the last time we did this, we also just kind of got into discussion about presenting at the podium once you are picked. So, we also like to match people up. We did that on that call as well with some mentors to make sure that they were able to submit. So I think, if everybody could look into that, we really want some new people up on the stage this year. So that would be great. So within the 50th anniversary, this will have everything. You can register as soon as registration opens. You can register for housing as soon as that opens. So we'll do a push notification in the app for that as well, which I think a lot of people will like rather than waiting and looking through the email to see when to register for the meeting. Did anybody have any questions about the 50th meeting? Though we're happy to, myself or the board of directors, I'm sure, is happy to answer any questions people might have about it. We're really excited about it. And that's another one where please feel free to send us any requests or suggestions. We do have the evals, of course, from the 2024 meeting, but sometimes people think of something even in their committee calls or whatnot. So just let us know. Excuse me. So we do have the governance, which is the bylaws of ISPAN. If you're ever wondering if somebody's breaking the rules or if you just want some guidelines on how the organization is modeled. You can look there. It gives a real good description of all of the board of director positions and just any sort of stance rules really for basically the board of directors, excuse me, to follow. And then the ISPAN strategic plan, the most recent one that we did, we added to the app to lay that out as well. And I think Christy, for those of you who get the journal, Christy Elliott, the president, has a really nice letter to the membership, and she includes quite a bit about she includes how we're addressing the strategic plan in there, and the app being one of them. We did a meet the board earlier with everybody introducing themselves, but your board of directors are all listed here as well. And you can always reach out to get in touch with them by sending an email to our office, or once our new databases are moved over, we'll put contacts for them in the app as well. Unless they are comfortable, some of them might be comfortable putting something in the app themselves, but we'll have a redirect from our office. So social media, ISPAN really is an Instagram society. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. You are like, and I mean this by a specialty, just really making social media their means of, communicating to the public and patients. And some of them are absolutely hysterically zany, and some of them are, just informative, whatever. But I get a kick out of all of them. So please, if you aren't already following ISPAN, please do so. We'll follow you back. And that's really how we get information out to non-members and members to get them excited about events and meetings. So if there's ever a post that we do that you think, your all your followers would be interested in seeing, please share it. We really appreciate that. Also, if you ever have something you want to post to Instagram, you can always check with us to see if it would be something that's appropriate for us to post. And the plastic surgical surgical nursing certification, that, like I said, is the certification arm of ISPAN. They do have their own board of directors. Lisa Griffin's on here now. She's the president. This is really, I think what's great about this, and I'm sure Lisa's excited, is somebody could just be sitting on their couch and think, I wonder what it'll take to get certified, and open it up and have tools there. And for me, I find that these PDFs and stuff are all okay, but I think this app is really going to uh, make it more likely that you will all talk to each other and support each other. The more I don't know about anybody on this call who's not certified, but when I talk to people at the meeting and ask them if they're going to get certified, a lot of them are too nervous, that type of thing. And this is such a very supportive membership body, where they just want each other, you all just want each other to succeed, I think. And that's really refreshing. It's I hope you see it reflected in the last few years, the meetings. So I think it makes it a little easier in an app to ask those tough questions than it is to, during a call like this, maybe even raise your hand. So we're looking forward to Lisa, I think there should be a goal of getting, a certain number of everybody certified per year or something. That did anybody have it while we have Lisa here? Does anybody have any questions about getting certified? All right, you better all be certified then. I'm gonna check. Um, and then we just have the contact for ISPAN. So that's sort of the overview right now. We really look forward. We had some feedback already earlier in the process, and if don't feel, although I don't have to say that, don't feel bad, because I know that it's important that everybody understands that this is no feelings. Just tell us if something looks bad. Me and Johanna love feedback. And since we're not nurses, I pretend I am on Zoom, but after all these years, I'm sure we're completely, maybe missing something. So just please let us know. Christy or Rebecca, anybody, Michelle, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
I think this is great. I'm super excited for the app, super excited for the meeting. Everybody needs to start working on their golden outfits.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the gold anniversary.
I will
And
just second
those
what
who are
you
old
said.
enough to remember the cranberries, don't spray paint your body gold. Somebody died for a music video. So
Or James Bond.
I thought about it, but I didn't.
No, I just want to say with Christy, I just kind of second that too, though. But I do think that this app is going to be just a really great way for us to be able to communicate with one another, and hopefully
just something that you can kind of go back to and check periodically just for information and just make it easier than, I don't know, I think we're kind of in an email, e-blast heavy society and it can get a little overwhelming. So this is just such a great kind of workaround or middle go-to so we can still get all of that info out there without
Yeah,
constant emails.
very user friendly and not an overwhelming number of places to click to search for things.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Compared to like the website where if you're on the website and you're in your members only, and then I'm like, oh, I need to go into my certification to see what I need to do for that. And then I'm into another site. And this is amazing. Like as being a member for many years using the web base, this app is going to be life changing. So
And
I'm so
to
excited.
that point, Michelle, for everybody here, this is going to replace, for the most part, the members only area that exists now. I'm still working with my team. You've heard me refer to a new database, I think. We are switching to a huge new database for managing ISPAN. And I don't want to promise that members only can go away, but so you don't have to log into a million different things. But I'm hoping we can translate with the new database to the app for you to pay your dues and donate and all of the stuff that we have that's in the members only. We've already transferred most of it. I think
Yeah,
dues is,
it's
I
in
think
there.
dues, I think money might be the only thing. So um otherwise, I think it's really all in there.
Great.
That said, the website is not really going to be about this. It's about the society, but not about like tonight's webinar kind of thing. We'll put some stuff on there to sort of try to get new members to be
Right.
interested, but it's really going to be more of a marketing tool to attract new members and to find out more about ISPAN for industry people of that kind of thing. So right now we know there's way too much content on like every page, and I think it was just over the years you get excited and just like you see realize that things are building up, so it's a little dizzying to look at it. So that'll be that's already done. It just Mich Johanna and I we're just updating a couple of pictures to be some of the beautiful faces on here while they're actually at a meeting, so you don't just see clip art of people. um,
I
so
have one question, Heather. Looking at it, the one thing I can't find on here right now is that area to verify if somebody has certification. I was wondering if that's going to go under the PSNCB tab.
is that on your website, or
I think
That's
it's on yours as
is
well.
it on
isn't
mine?
that for the general public too, to be able to,
Oh, up
yeah.
top, certified. Thank you, Lisa. You know what? It's in such a funny little spot.
Mm.
Um,
Weird link.
yeah. Well, actually, that's more for the public, Lisa. So thank you for bringing that up because
But it
an
is something
ISPAN,
that nurses refer to too. If you're looking to refer somebody in a particular state because you got a patient who's traveling,
yeah.
sometimes people will look at that if they're trying to find somebody that they can refer to.
Yeah, we're going to have the membership list by, and then we'll, that we should do it by state, all of that. So the certification one might be a little more challenging outside of the membership list. But let me talk to Max at our office just to see what the options are. But I agree. I also I'm so glad you brought that up because Johanna, we should make that a little more prominent, I think, on the homepage now that we've done away with a few things. And also one of the just for people here, especially again the recon nurses, but if we, like Lisa had said, check to see if your nurse is certified. We really want to make it so the hospital system or the surgeon you work under, whether it's aesthetic or recon or whatnot, or just your business owner to be able, we really want them to pay for your certification. We want them to pay for your membership. This is all, development for you. So if you have any ways that you think we can reach those people better, just let us know. now that we're all set up here, we're going to be sending press releases around to particularly the recon nurses, because hospital systems often have resources to get, they'll actually, if you can submit it through your PR company at your hospital, I found that will be posted at other hospitals. So, and doctors will see it about the app, but we'll also talk about the certification. But if people have other ideas for that, that would be great. Um, and also, yeah, so basically just ways to get more and more information out about ISPAN. Please let us know. All right. Lily, do you have a question?
I do.
Yeah, no, I love it. You're
So
getting, yeah, you might get a meeting. We're gonna send you like a free ISPAN t-shirt or something. I love questions.
I don't know, I'm a very just cut and blank person. I'm really confused with the PSNCB application,
Oh yeah.
where I guess I only have one other experience to reflect off of for a different certification where when I applied, I had a 3-month window. It
Mhm.
was essentially a ticket to test, and then I had to register at a local testing site. But on the application, it states, like on the actual application, it has you write the exam date and site. Are we supposed to try to apply for this? Then it also says you'll get a letter in the mail, which gives you a 2-week window. I mean, how do I
That's
gauge
all,
that?
that's
Yeah.
all changed since we went computerized, and they just haven't changed the verbiage on that.
Cool.
Okay.
CNET needs to update that form. So you can just leave that part blank, because what happens now is once you put your application in, they review it. If it's straightforward, they will send you a letter telling you you've been approved for it, and they'll give you the code you need to go in to find a test center and set up your exam date.
Do you
Okay.
want,
Is there like a
Lisa,
3-month
are you
window?
comfortable if I give Lily your information for her to maybe
Certainly.
talk to you about it? I think I just heard what you said, and personally, if I would need like I need more, right? Lily, I could see that it
I,
makes perfect sense, but at the same
yeah.
time, just under the
It should
stress of a
be
lot of
fine.
people
I mean,
too.
that sounds great. It was just a little vague on the application that was on there that you would just get a letter in the mail that said, congratulations, you have 2 weeks of test. And then,
Yeah, it's not like that now. What you
okay,
do is you would log on, you would find a test center that's near you and choose a date and time that you want to do it. I
perfect.
don't believe that there is a short period of time. I think you've got several months to do it. The other thing that they have is that if you were unsuccessful, you have a year to retest at a discount.
Perfect. That sounds great. No, thank you.
I'm just reading. So Christine Mullen asked, I have the CPSN certification and the course to assist with studying. What is on the exam? Will that be available for anyone who wants to take it? Last time I wanted to do it, the review course was only available when you were at the conference. Oh, Christine, so we just recorded the review course from the meeting at this past meeting, so that's updated. I will, Johanna and I both are not positive about if that's been posted or how long it will take to be posted. So let me find out. Johanna, let's just make a note that we have a follow-up email after this that we're going to be sending. So we can include the answer to that question in there, just when all of the 2024 recordings will be posted.
The blueprint is still unchanged. So the information, the percentages for each area that they need to study, that hasn't changed yet.
Okay. Right. I just meant, I think the review course, though, I would prefer that people use the new one, I think, for you. But yeah, just let us know. Oh, you have the fifth edition. Do you have the actual book? Because you are very lucky, Christine. Those are it's, I won't use up everybody's time, but the fifth edition of the core curriculum was one of the first projects I got to work on when I started working here. And um it was such a big undertaking, and I was so impressed with everybody. And yeah, it was one of the several things that George L. Macian got done while she was president. I feel like that book was, people really cracked the whip to get all of their reviews done of the chapters. So they'll be going in to do that again for the sixth edition. We won't be doing a book for the sixth edition. You can imagine that publishing something that size is an undertaking. So it'll be the PDF, and people will be able to print what they need, basically. So if you're a CANS, nurse or CPSN, and that will be available to that's available to members free. The PDF is, and then non-members have to pay for it.
Heather, it looks like Faye has her hand raised with a question.
Oh, sure. Hi, Faye.
Hi, I just have a question regarding how long does it usually take to be approved to take the exam? Because I sent my application back in September and I'm still waiting for the letter.
When do those go, Lisa? Do you know?
So those don't come to us, they go to CNET. CNET reviews them. And if they have any questions from it, then they do send it to us for review. I can reach out to them and find out what the status is of yours.
That would be great.
Okay. Heather, can you send her my contact as well?
Yeah,
So that we can
so
connect?
Faye and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem.
You know, I was just giggling a little bit. Christine, was it Carrie? Carrie, I think you asked about the physical copy of the core curriculum book, and they've all been sold. But I thought with the app, we could do sort of a posting. I know at the meeting, we were sort of hooking people up who we knew had the book and didn't really need it anymore, especially if we're going to be updating something. And so they had mailed a couple of people their books. So I thought on the app that could be under education, that would be kind of a nice thing to do too, where people can sort of put their name down if they were interested in the book. Now, the scopes and standards you can actually buy on Amazon, but that also will be updated. All right. Anything else? Well, keep an eye out for push notifications, since you all have that. You'll still be getting some email blasts from us while we get the rest of the membership on board. But this is really exciting. I hope other people think this is a positive and that you're looking forward to it, and that you'll send us some suggestions if you have them. I am all set. That's all I had, except if anybody wants to meet my dog, who's the cutest dog on the planet, along with Rebecca Sousa's dogs. I will have her at the meeting because she goes everywhere with me now. And I'm going to show you her now before we get off, because she's wearing her new cupcake pajamas. Look. Very cute. All right. I am a little crazy, but I love dogs. So, well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you on committees. There's even committees for new members now. So if you're
Yeah.
interested, let us know.
And we're doing a new member orientation. That's in the calendar. We'll be sending out alerts for that as well. Rebecca Seuss, do you mind staying on? I had